A great piece of software that comes included with the Mac is iMovie, and it's easily found down the bottom of the screen on the dock as a little star icon. If you can't find it there, you can always type it in to the Finder, which is the little magnifying glass, and select it from that menu, and that will wake iMovie up in no time at all. Now, iMovie can look very overwhelming to begin with, but don't worry, it's not. It's a very, very easy to use piece of software. But there's a few things you need to get your head around first of all. When you begin, if it's your first time using iMovie, it's probably going to be blank. Now here I've got lots and lots of different movies that I've downloaded, and these are sitting in my events library. I've also got projects that I'm working on, and these are projects. Now the easiest way to think about this is that an event is quite simply anything that you've recorded. It could be a sports event, a school event, a fete, any type of thing that's been recorded either from the internet or you've recorded yourself with your camera or your video camera. One of the easiest ways to begin is start with a blank page. So I'm going to do that here by choosing File, New Project, and I'm going to choose one without a theme to start with. It just keeps it simpler, and I'm going to write a very simple project name, and I will call this Screencast Test, and I'll create that project. Sorry, that project which is here, and you can see there's absolutely nothing in it. I'm also going to create a new event, and I'll call that new event Download. So I now have blank areas to work with. Now people do prefer to work in different ways, and there's a little arrow here that allows you to switch the screens around. So you can have your projects at the top and your events at the bottom, or vice versa. Personally, I just prefer it this way round. Now what I'm going to do here is find some video to add into my project. Now I've got these events already. These are events, and these are things that I've recorded already, and there's lots and lots of different events that I've done. But my event here, which is the downloads event, is blank. Now I could quite simply take some video with a camera, with my phone, or with a video camera, and then import it from there. However, I'll show you how to do all those things later. But first of all, we're just going to go and get some video straight off the internet. And basically we're going to take something off YouTube. So I'm opening up Firefox, and I'm opening up a brand new page. I'm going to use a little website called KeepVid. That's keepvid.com. It's a nice, easy site to look at, but it has got some advertising on it, so please don't get confused about the advertising. This blue box is the only one that you want to be worried about at this time. I'm going to go onto YouTube also. And I'm going to have a look at some videos that are on here. Now I'm signed into YouTube. You don't have to be. It would let you access the videos, of course, straight away. And I've got a link here, funniest commercials. This is simply a video that's available on YouTube that somebody else has posted. I've not seen this before. Let's hope it's a good one. What we're going to do is grab this video from YouTube using this website called KeepVid. So I'm going to pause the video there. I choose share, and you can just scroll down the page slightly and copy that link. Right click copy. I'm going to go back to KeepVid, and in the blue box right click and paste and choose download. Ignore the adverts on the page. Now it may ask you to allow the applet to run because it needs to use Java to do this, and if that's the case, do allow it to run. It gives you a little reminder here on the screen. It is asking me, so I'm going to allow. It it finds the link, shows the video and allows you to download it. The best way of doing this is using the MP4 version. That works perfectly on the Mac and in iMovie. So I click on that link and down comes a window, and I choose to save file, click OK. It's called Funniest Commercials MP4, and being on a Mac, that's going straight into my downloads file, so I know where to find it afterwards. And we'll just give that a moment or so to download. And as you can see, the last few percent of the video are now downloading, and once we get to 100%, that is now sitting in my downloads folder. I will advise you, ignore the adverts because they just take you off to some crazy links, and those crazy links will actually make it more difficult for you to download the video that you want to. So I'm done with Keep Vid now, so that's out of the way. What I need to do now is import the video into this downloads area. So I'm going to create file, bookmarks, tools. We have everything we need here, but I'm in the wrong area. As you can see, I'm still in Firefox. I need to just give iMovie a little click so it knows exactly that I'm working with it and nothing else. So I'm going to go to File and Import Movie. That's just taking a little bit of time. We'll just let that load. And there we are. The window has opened. So I need to choose now exactly where that file is, and here's my downloads folder, and right at the very top it says the funniest videos one. If you haven't got that, it could be anywhere in that folder. You can change the way that the folder is laid out by clicking this little window and just show them by date created, which means they'll come in date order. So I'm going to select there. It's chosen to add it to an existing event, the one that I called download, which is just here. I could choose a new event if I wanted to. So this whole process of creating it first of all isn't really necessary. I just choose to do it so I know where everything's going. It's going into the downloads folder, and I click import. And comes that video, and that will just take a couple of seconds to import it and process it. Okay, and in goes that video. That's now all sitting in the download section. And this is my event. As I said before, this could just as easily have come off a video camera or a normal digital camera. I play it through and it's all sitting there. But I can't do anything with this at this time unless I move it into the project area. So I like this first video, but I don't want all of this business at the beginning that somebody else has added. So I'm going to go to the absolute start of the video, and now I click and drag. And I can drag back and forth and choose exactly what I want. And when I've got the exact bit that I am happy with, I'm done. Now all I have to do is drag it down into my project. I'm going to choose to change the settings because they're slightly different rate of frame. And in it goes. Now don't worry that it looks much shorter, that's just to do with scaling, and you can always change the scaling here. And if you see gaps as well, don't worry about those, because if you now add another clip, there'll actually be a tiny gap in between it. But when it plays, it will play straight across that. And I'll show you what I mean there. I'll choose another video. And I'll drag that in, and you'll see there's a tiny gap. However, that gap won't play. Straight into the next video, as you'd expect. And that's how you begin making a movie using iMovie with an event and a project. You don't have to save anything because it all saves automatically as it goes along. And you'll need to look at some later videos to work out how you edit in more detail.